Hello and welcome to this Health Suppliers segment here on Health Professional Radio. I'm your host, Neil Howard. Going to have a brief conversation this morning with Mr. Alex Lane, CEO of Aterica Digital Health. And he's joining us on the program today to talk about Veta, the Veta Smart Case for EpiPen, the first ever comprehensive anaphylaxis and food allergy support system. Welcome to the program this morning, Alex. Thanks for taking the time.
Hi, good to talk to you, Neil.
Now, as CEO of Aterica, give us a bit of background about yourself and talk briefly about Aterica. How long has it been in existence, and what are they involved in other than the EpiPen?
I'm the president. I'm one of the two co-founders and president and CEO of Aterica Digital Health. We're the makers, as you mentioned, of the Veta Smart Case and app for epinephrine auto-injectors, such as EpiPen, for example. We're a startup company, so this is actually our first launch product, but we do have other products that we're working in the background as well. The company was founded in 2012, but we started working on Veta Smart Case in 2014, specifically to help individuals and families live with anaphylaxis every day, because that vigilance is fundamentally really hard, and we're trying to help a little bit with that side of it as well.
So this Veta Smart Case for the EpiPen, is it for systems similar to the EpiPen or simply for the EpiPen?
There is, it is for epinephrine auto-injectors. Okay. The first product is specifically for EpiPen and myelin authorized generics, but we're seeking partnerships with other epinephrine auto-injectors companies to specifically make it for them as well. It's really important from a form factor point of view to fit specifically to the individual epinephrine auto-injector, and unfortunately they're all a little bit different. But so the first product is specifically for EpiPen.
So what does this Smart Case do? How does it enhance the EpiPen?
Well, living with food allergies and anaphylactic food allergies is already difficult. There's a significant vigilance cycles that has to be there. You're checking all the foods. You're double checking all the foods. You're talking to everybody around. You're making sure that all the parents around your children are fully aware. It takes an entire village to do it. And specifically, carrying epinephrine is a critical aspect. You need to have epinephrine with you at all times, at least two auto-injectors at all times for really good reasons. But we're all human, so we forget, and we have lots of things that are going on. So basically, the Smart Case just helps you live with that. I can talk about a couple of functions that sort of maybe drives that home just a little bit. So for example, it's pretty easy to forget your EpiPen. You might have it in a different jacket or in a different purse or bag or something like that. So one of the things the Veta Smart Case does is make sure that you don't forget it. It's paired with an app, both for Android and Apple iOS. And basically, when you become separated from your Smart Case, you get notified. And what's really important is everybody else in your support circle, which is as many people as you want that you specifically invite, get notified about that as well. So then you have a chance to go back and grab it. And we have a bright light and sound that you can activate to make sure that you can find very rapidly and frankly get on with your day. A couple other features they're important. So epinephrine is temperature sensitive, and of course it expires. So we monitor temperature, and you have notifications available to you if it goes outside the temperature that you've set. So that's, for example, a good use case if you're, let's say, going skiing or something like that, and you put your epinephrine outside in the jacket pocket, you might not realize that it's getting cold. You'll get notified, and you have a chance to rescue the epinephrine itself. We, of course, monitor expiry dates, and we'll notify you ahead of time of that. But a really important one is if an EpiPen is removed from the case, then your support circle is notified about that event, and they can call contact, and if it is in fact an emergency situation, they can become involved as well. So that support circle is a really critical attribute. It's a colloquialism, but or a cliche, but it does really take a village to protect someone, both adults and in particular kids with anaphylaxis. So the notifications to your entire support circle, your mom, dad, and so on, is absolutely critical as part of that application.
Now, is the app automatically activating this support circle function, or is that something that you can elect to deactivate if you so desire?
Yeah, that's a great question. We don't usually have a chance to talk about it, but it's the app is highly configurable. What's key about individuals and families is that they are in fact individuals and families, and everybody has slightly different lifestyles and requirements. So yes, you can absolutely, every member of the support circle can configure every single notification. There's both an email and a push notification on your phone, and there's other types of notifications coming as well. Things like location, one of the things that you can do, for example, is mom can see where, or you can see where your epinephrine and other injectors are on a map. But what's really critical is that it's okay for mom to see it sometimes, but it's not okay for anybody else. So we have end-to-end encryption and specifically anti-tracking features to ensure that nobody else can see it. And location control can be configured as well. So, for example, if a teenager has negotiated not to be located, then they can turn off the location. But if epinephrine is removed, that location will still be sent to everybody in their support circle. Highly configurable.
How is the smart case powered? Is it a battery within it, or is it? Do you charge it with a USB? How is it charged?
That's another excellent question. So it's powered by batteries. It's powered by two AAA alkaline batteries, which is the second most available battery on the planet and second cheapest battery on the planet. But the interesting part is the batteries last for the life of epinephrine. Typically, epinephrine expires somewhere in the ballpark of 12 to 18 months from the time it's picked up from the pharmacy, and the batteries will last for that time quite easily. And the basic use case is that when you change your expired epinephrine, change the batteries, and then continue not to worry about it for the next year or 18 months. They'll last for that entire time. But we do monitor batteries just in case, and you will be notified if the batteries are getting a little bit low, and you have plenty of time to change them.
Is there any additional supervision required for this smart case when you're dealing with teens and maybe some pre-adolescents when they're having to deal with food allergies on a regular basis?
Well, as I mentioned, there's quite a bit of control available. So mom, for example, can configure the case for a child. But fundamentally, it's very straightforward to use. One interesting part is, teens this day and age. I guess I'm old enough to say that. Yeah. Teens at this day and age will never leave a phone behind. They're continuously attached to their phone. So the separation of the phone and smart case is a really good proxy for making sure that you don't forget that. So that's kind of one attribute. If a child is not carrying a phone yet, the chances are quite high that someone else is always in the presence of that child and they're carrying their epinephrine for them. And so that works really well in those situations as well. So this works for kids that carry smartphones, pre-teenagers probably, for teenagers as well as young adults and adults in general as well.
So it's basically an increase in that sense of security for the parent.
Yeah, frankly, I think the most valuable thing that we bring here as a whole is the assurance, being able to know what's going on, be able to be notified if anything is happening, because living with epinephrine and severe allergies every day is just very, very involved.
Where can our listeners go and learn some more about Aterica and about the Veta Smart Case? So
Veta Smart Case is available for sale. And actually, we just released it a couple of months ago, so it's available for sale now with delivery within a couple of days, both in U.S. and Canada. We're working on Australia, UK, and interestingly enough, we have quite a bit of interest in Israel as well, but a huge amount of interest in Australia, a huge amount of interest in UK as well. But right now, you can buy it in US and Canada. It's available on Amazon.com. Just search for Veta Smart Case, or you should be able to find it fairly quickly. Or you can buy it directly from our website. And our website has a lot more information. It has some really interesting videos. It describes all the features. There's just not enough time to cover everything that's there. And the website is Aterica, so ATERICA.com. And you can buy it from there as well, and then it will ship within a day as well.
Alex, thank you for joining us on the program today, and congratulations on your startup, and congratulations on the launch of your new Veta smart case for EpiPen. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you very much. That was awesome.
You've been listening to Health Professional Radio. I'm your host, Neil Howard. Transcripts and audio of the program are available at hpr.fm and at healthprofessionalradio.com.au. You can also subscribe to this podcast on iTunes, listen in and download at SoundCloud, and be sure and visit our affiliates page at hpr.fm and healthprofessionalradio.com.au.
Thank you for listening to Health Professional Radio. We're very proud to be an independent broadcaster providing our content free of charge to you, the listener. One of the ways that we're able to remain free and independent is by having people like you become patrons. You can support Health Professional Radio simply by visiting hpr.fm and clicking the button that says Become a Patron. Your patronage of even just $1 a month lets us know that you're there, which in turn makes us more valuable to advertisers. And, of course, if you're able to afford more, then we would certainly appreciate the support. My name is Toby Longhurst from Health Professional Radio. Please visit hpr.fm, click the Become a Patron button, and support us if you can.